I had an intro where it didn't skip.
Oh, this means the show's gonna go really bad.
What? How the fuck did I manage that? I can't remember the last time I saw the whole intro, ever, since we started. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Alright, we are back. Another week, another podcast. We are 9 away from having the 100th episode of this podcast.
God help us all.
That is
you've put up with me for almost 100 episodes.
Almost.
Like Brock, how have you endured?
I don't know. Oh man, I want to say the Facebook memory came up the other day of when I did the Last of Us 2 video, which was the first video I ever did for Renegade Pop Culture.
Oh
God, wow. That's been a minute.
Yeah. Because it was right after I did my own podcast on it with Zane, Brandon Lett, a buddy of mine, and then I was on that one. Yeah, and that's what started the whole thing. Because originally, my first thing with that, Mike invited me to be a part of something explaining the discography, if I want to say it was Eminem. And then I was like, I don't know how well I'm going to land on that, but if you do anything with video games, sure. And then he's like, well, I think they're doing something. And that'll happen. History. That'll happen. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so we're going to get into things, but first we have to talk about our weeks. So we're going to do that. Mike.
This past weekend was Odyssey weekend, so that was a pretty big that took a lot of my attention. Also, I finally caught Evil Dead Burn. Great movie, but also probably one of the most the bleakest in the series since
that's saying something.
Yeah, it still has the stuff that makes the franchise good. It's just it touches on some pretty dark subject matter, but
yikes.
Still recommend it. And obviously the Odyssey is my number one of the year. We have some things to talk about, particularly some box office, which I shoved into the stupid is as stupid does section because
oh yeah, there's a whole lot of stupid happening.
Yep.
All right. Bree.
You know what? I have actually a visual representation of how my week has been. There we go. Let's see this bad boy.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially my weekend. That's how.
Oh God. How
it's been. So, yeah. My life's been a little bit of a roller coaster. Yesterday, I spent 4 hours in the emergency vet with Elfie. Don't worry, she's fine. She just decided on the day that she was supposed to get her stitches out. Somehow she ripped them all out. And then it was just a hot mess disaster. And she's on some really good drugs now. So she's on the mend. I was pretty much up from 5-ish, 7 a.m. till 1 a.m. So yeah, that was a day. But on the bright side, screenplay is getting really close to on the outline of really getting done.
Nice.
So that's good at least. And then I finally caught up on X-Men 97, and me and Mike allegedly watched this movie on Saturday through means. But we'll talk about it next week on the animation podcast.
Yes. I will say this. This is a movie that should have gotten a theatrical release, but for some reason, some Ellison reason, it doesn't.
Yeah. But hey, Well, watching that and having the recent news, I'm like, good. David Ellison, I hope you feel like shit today and every other day that you wake up. Because you know what? That personally gives my life so much meaning and joy that your life just sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a week. I will say that I played not one but two Assassin's Creed games over the weekend. Not.
I don't think
three of
I've
them,
ever
but-
heard you talk about Assassin's Creed in my life.
Yeah, well, no, I've played like Odyssey and stuff, and I really like Odyssey.
Okay.
But yeah, I've played a little bit of Black Flag Resynced, and I just today actually started. So it's not the weekend technically. Just started Shadows, and Shadows is so good, man. Like Odyssey and Shadows, I think are my favorites.
Shadows is good. I will tell you, the only thing that's bad about Shadows is the second act allows you to do 90% of the game, so it just kind of blows the pacing apart. That's the only bad part about that game.
Okay.
That's the only bad part. The last third of that game is phenomenal.
Awesome.
Phenomenal! Yeah. And so is the DLC.
So far the intro is really good, and like Yasuke is a fascinating character. I don't know what the hell everybody had to bug up their ass.
Cause he's black, Kiona! It's bad!
Oh yes, you can't have any other characters.
Also, Kiona, you need to know, him being a samurai is historically inaccurate. Just like the historical accuracy of you having a magical powers fight with the fucking Pope with Ezio.
Oh yeah.
Because you know, Assassin's Creed has been historically accurate.
100% accurate. Yeah. 100%.
Fucking God, people.
Man, I don't know. I tell you what though, not this Pope. I wouldn't mess with this Pope. He's from Chicago, so you know.
He knows some good pizza.
I wouldn't mess with him.
No, I wouldn't.
Plus, he's a Sox fan. He's a White Sox fan, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's endured like God's hardest of tests.
Yep. That's why. Yeah. But anyway, aside from that, you know, I of course worship at the altar of our real Lord and Savior Noah Centineo. Therefore, everything will be fine. But yeah, apart from that, I was surprised to see this on streaming so relatively quickly. But I was watching Obsession also. Kind of rewatched that. That was a good movie.
Nice.
So I've seen it twice now. It's actually really good. Man, I hope she gets to play somebody in X-Men. I really do. Indy Never Ready.
She's gonna get a lot of work.
She's so good. Yeah, so good.
She's gonna get a lot of work.
But yeah.
Great.
Other than that, what else has been going on? Next week, probably have my dog rehomed because my sister wants it and my parents want it, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
That sucks.
So that sucks. So I don't know how good I'm going to be feeling next week, but
Sorry, bud.
yeah. So it's just kind of it's a holding pattern week, but some good things, some bad things as per usual.
I kind of like didn't exist this past entire week, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. I worked a lot, and then the 2 days that I normally stream during the week, I basically came home and slept, so there was that. I smoked about 3 packs of Canadian Wildfires where I'm at, so you know that
so
is
did I. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. So, you know, that's always been good for the old system. Didn't want to be outside doing my lawn work and that, which I badly need to do. Caught up on some Smosh stuff, watched some more Fire Force for the first time. And I want to say 2 years. Me and my writing partner completed a chapter of the fan fiction we have been working on for like 8 years.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So that is getting back in. Me and him, like, he's been on and off with anxiety and like depression and other things, and he's finally like actually back in a good place with himself with writing and stuff. Thank you, Heisers. But yeah, when he randomly messaged, like, because you get all the docs and stuff on Google. And one day I was looking back and I have it set to auto sort by recently updated. And then all of a sudden I went to look and it said Knight, which is, for those that don't know, in Ruby, all of the teams are based by 4-letter words and they're all based on a color. So all the lights make up Knight, and it said Knight Year 2 Part 3. Like, what the hell? And all of a sudden I look at a message and I'm like, are you writing Knight right now? He goes, yeah, I'm on a roll and I'm feeling better, so let's go. Colin, do you actively read my Knight? Hold on, stop. Hold on. Colin, do you actually read my fanfiction? Shut up.
Clip that.
Shut up. Are you... I am flabbergasted. I've not met someone that has read my fanfiction that is not the other guy that helps write my fanfiction. I can tell you, we have the scene written where she gets out of the coma, so there's that. It's not published yet because I need to. For those that don't know, I'm the guy that comes up with the main story beats and does all the editing for scripting wise and stuff like that. My friend is good at doing the in-betweens and the dialogue and making sense of me not being able to write dialogue like ever. I'll be like, I want this person to say that and that, make it look spicy and good. He goes, got it, and then he's just better at it than I am. Parts of it, lots to remember. It is... Part 1 is 147 chapters. It's a lot. Like, each quarter of the school that they go to each year is 200 pages single-spaced on a Google Doc.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And we have 1 year done, and we're almost through the first quarter of the second year. It's a lot. We were on a fucking roll for a while. But, yeah, so that has been quite invigorating. I forgot just how much I enjoy getting active work on that done. But, I cannot actively believe that someone in this comment section has read my fanfiction.
And I am clipping that. You read my fanfic forever. Your reaction was so genuine.
Like, what? Is this a Ruby fanfiction that takes place during seasons 1 and 2? No, it actually takes place after the fictional defeat of Salem with the adopted child of Blake and Yang. If you want to go read that. Anyway, but caught up on more Fire Force. And yeah, that was about it. Like, I was this close to buying Resynced because I am like a third of the way through playing Assassin's Creed 4. I was playing Assassin's Creed 4, started it in my Assassin's Creed marathon when Resynced got announced. And now they've shown that they redid the combat system to be more like the current mix of the current combat system, which makes me a lot happier.
It is.
The older Assassin's Creed games was more of the, I'm gonna wait for you to attack me every fucking time, and it drives me insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's, goodness gracious. Show the beauty of the sword for the spectator. Alright, if I can find that on DeviantArt. People...
Oh, God.
Alright, oh my gosh, do I even have my DeviantArt up on this? This is gonna be... So, on DeviantArt, for a long time, I probably spent, I'm not gonna kid to you, like $2,000 on, like, commissions for this entire thing over the span of years, because when I say I get into something, I really like it, and I'm not trying to say this as a pitying thing. I one day want to have kids, but like that is spiraling further and further down as a way of possibilities just as I get older. And the closest thing that I basically have to children is like basically these fan fiction characters. One of them included is basically just a self-insert of me. And so I suppose I can show this because I just need
Oh boy.
we are all kid inside. Alright, so I'm gonna show this because I need to. This is the first character that I came up with, and it's the main character for the show. That sword on her back that's in between that quiver is basically looks like one of the original swords from the Megazord in Power Rangers, and it splits in half and a string ejects out of it to become a bow that you can shoot arrows out of. So yeah, there's everything in Ruby is a melee weapon plus a long distance weapon. So it was, yeah, it's a lot. But anyway, yeah, I'm quite fucking happy that. Can I guess who your self-insert is? You just saw her. It is the. If I remember correctly, I believe it's the sword from the Astro megaship. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, Heisers. It's got a straight handle and then got a little bit of a circle here, and then it goes up into like a regular blade. If I remember correctly, I based it off the sword from the Astro megaship, if I'm not mistaken. Dinosaur. But anyway, so we've got some shit to talk about, so I don't talk about my Rubio season forever, because God fucking knows I could. Anyway, so we've got some buy or sells to talk about here. Mike, buy or I better get the comments in here. What am I? I am a professional. I was not just like geeking out about fictional characters that I've made that are basically my children. All right, so
yeah, Brock, join the freaking club.
Does the sword turn into a gun? No, the sword turns into a bow, which is cooler in my opinion. Anyway,
can confirm having shot a bow.
Yes, in my opinion, sticking someone through the head with an arrow is infinitely cooler than shooting them with a gun through the head.
Well, not only that, but you have a good chance of actually, like, slicing your hand up with a bow, so there's a little bit of, like, edgy danger to it, too.
Yes, and in my... yeah, but anyway. Alright, Mike, buy or sell the trailer for Nightfall Part 1?
Yeah, it's a buy. And the truth is, I've been kind of falling out of the DC direct-to-video movies, but Nightfall is, like, one of my favorite Batman stories. Dude. And this, like, if anything can get me back into, like, the DC animated movies, this is the one to do it.
I know I've shown these before, but, like...
Yes.
Yep, I have those too.
Okay. Okay, so, like, when I was, like, this came out, Nightfall came out, I think, in 93, I want to say?
Yep,
93 or 92.
Yeah, it was either 92 or 93, so that's little, like, 11, 12-year-old me walking into a Blockbuster, and this particular Blockbuster had a little rack of comics inside of it, if you could believe that. Yeah, they actually sold it back then, and the first... I think it was part 3 of Nightfall, I want to say, because it's the one where he beats Zaz to a pulp. I think that was part 3.
I think it was.
And that was the very first issue, and I looked at the banner at the top of the comic and at the top of the cover, and it said Nightfall, and I was like, oh shit, what does this mean?
Yeah.
So I picked it up, and that was like the first issue of the crossover that I ever got.
Yeah.
Not the first issue of Batman that I ever got, but you know. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm definitely for this. I'm waiting impatiently for this.
Yeah. Nightfall is simultaneously one of the best things to happen to Batman comics and simultaneously one of the worst things because it is the new Batman fan or Batman haters' biggest go-to and fundamentally makes them not understand what makes Bane a good character.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though. Like, Bane was so great in that.
I know.
Version. That version
fantastic.
Of Bane is amazing.
It is, and I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying they don't understand what makes him a great character because they say they know Nightfall, and they literally only know one panel from Nightfall.
Yeah.
And they fundamentally don't like to read it and understand that Bane did not take care of Batman because he was big, strong man, I fight, break, bat, ba. No, it's because he's incredibly smart and made him literally exhaust himself. Bane is more smart than he is strong, and people like to forget that.
Oh, yeah, because they made him stupid in Batman and Robin, and then, you know, then they kind of tried to redeem him in Dark Knight Rises, but it didn't really work.
And then every time you try to be like, Bane didn't beat Batman because he was strong in that. And they always like, no, you're just a big Batman dick rider. I'm like, no, I am confirming to you that Bane beat Batman, but you're not understanding the proper way of how he did because you just hate Batman. Yep. I'm actually agreeing with you and trying to have this conversation, but you won't listen. Like the amount of
he actually outsmarted him, and he made him like super vulnerable.
Which is infinitely more like impressive considering Batman's very smart.
Yeah. No, he just completely like distracted him. He just threw a whole bunch of gauntlets at him, and that's what made him
everybody
left him vulnerable. Which I can understand the criticisms about the storyline, but for the most part, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. Kiona, buy or sell that an engineering VP who joined Xbox's leadership team to work directly with Asha Sharma on the most complex product engineering problems with a focus on developer tooling, taste, and infrastructure has already departed after 3 months.
Oh, am I shocked by this? Absolutely not.
But is it hilarious, Kiona?
Well, I don't know. I'm watching I'm watching a company or a brand, at least, that I had supported for a very long time just slowly die away because of its own mismanagement. It's not fun to watch for me, but it is hilarious.
But
it is hilarious to a degree.
Crash. It's like how you enjoy watching a car crash sometimes. Like, it's not good. It's obviously like a human tragedy. Yeah. But damn it, does it not look cool?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bree, buy or sell that most Infinity Vision pre-sale showings for Avengers Infinity War, I'm sorry, IMAX knockoff, are already sold out. Their demand for tickets has exceeded the number of available showtimes, and new showtimes are expected to be added soon.
No, I believe that they sold out their initial showtimes, but that begs the question, how many showtimes did they actually have?
Nobody likes to ever think about that part.
I even looked
you know what? I'm sure, by our metrics, it'll do fine. We'll talk more about it later.
I think it'll do a little bit more than fine.
I just checked my own theater's website. I haven't bought my ticket yet. I just noticed that, first of all, the only tickets that are available are Infinity Vision.
Yeah. So, like, that's a whole thing. Like, I'm sure it'll make over, like, $1 billion, but it's like, is it going to be successful enough by, like, Disney's metrics and, like, the amount of extra money that I'm sure is in the budget from, like, having to, like, stitch this thing together with, like, bubblegum and duct tape?
Let me just take a look at how much Rise of Skywalker made, because that's, right now, that's kind of my base comparison.
I mean, but I'm willing to make a bold prediction. I don't think it's going to make as much as Endgame. I would be shocked.
I don't think that's a bold prediction.
Anybody could have told you that.
I'm going to be honest with you. There's nothing that's going to make that much money again, short of James Cameron making a different other property besides Avatar.
Like, I'm willing to make a prediction that it's probably going to end the range of, like, what the original Avengers did in, like, 2012. But the question is, if the amount of money that Disney spends, is that going to mean that it's financially successful? If the answer is no, then they're kind of super fucked.
I wouldn't, because they're shooting both of them together. So they're splitting all that shit up. And as much as they don't mind eating their own ass out on money, they literally make an Avengers worth of money every month with Disney+. So it's one of the things where it's going to demand what they actually want in quality for it, because at this point, things failing and Disney giving a fuck don't really correlate sometimes.
They have just become too big to fail.
I know, which is the question is, like, what is, like, failure? Like, I'm
$0. I'm serious. They would need to be so fucking bad that no one shows up for them to stop. Like, I don't see anything short of that thing not making, like, sub $500 million. I see them stopping.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, that's, like, highly, like, unrealistic. If that fucking happens, then...
That's the only way I see it happening, though.
Yeah, I know. Like, if it makes under that, then I think that's a bigger thing than Disney. That might be that the economy has fucking crashed.
Yes. Alright. Kiona... Buy or sell that Maddie Phillips from Gen V and Emily Rudd are reportedly in the running for the role of Emma Frost in our Marvel Studios X-Men reboot.
I could see that for either of them. I think Maddie might be a little bit more like the look wise, maybe. But yeah, I could see either of them. I like them both, so yeah, I buy it. I support it.
The only thing that's weird to me, this is not her fault. Oh no, I just had her name and now I'm blanking on it. Maddie. I'm okay with most of the X-Men looking younger.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be very weird to me if I looked at someone and saw Emma Frost looking really young for who her character is.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's the only thing.
They're skewing younger, though, right?
They are skewing younger, but Emma Frost to me never screams a character that is portrayed as acting like a younger person.
In my mind, I don't see Emma Frost being any younger than like 35.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I mean.
Also, to put it Heisers, unironically, I think Noah Centineo
I
probably would
think
make
he
a
would
good
kind
Iceman.
of actually fucking nail it as Iceman, if I'm going to be really honest with you.
Yeah.
Heisers, I would be okay with Noah Centineo in any role that he pleases for that movie.
I mean, what if he...
What if he were Emma Frost? I'd be for it. You know what?
Just put him in a wig, he'll be fine.
Exactly.
Just put him in a blonde, like, Spirit Halloween wig.
As
He'll
we'll see
kill it.
with Street Fighter, that man can play anything.
He can. He wore blonde already.
Yes,
just get him his Ken wig
exactly.
already. Mike, buy or sell that Megan Fox will reportedly return for a sequel to Jennifer's Body. A statement I never thought I was going to fucking say.
I buy this. Like, it's been long enough, and the first movie has amassed like a cult following enough.
Yeah, and people have written their sorry letters to Diablo Cody.
Don't you dare put Sydney Sweeney as Emma Frost.
Oh God,
that movie had one of the coolest plot ideas ever, and no one talks about it. What if a virgin sacrifice wasn't a woman and it turned into some hellish demon? And everyone just forgets that unbelievably fucking cool plot idea simply because they're like, when are those two gonna fuck? Like, it's like,
I like
plot
both
is
aspects of that
awesome?
movie, really. Why not both?
Because I could ask 100 people that watched that movie what the plot was, and they couldn't tell you.
Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like one of these days we should have how badly did we as a society just bork, like, Diablo Cody's career?
Yeah, that is a good question, because...
Because this was right after she did Juno.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Kiona, buy or sell that the live-action Call of Duty movie is officially set in the Modern Warfare universe.
I mean, I buy it. I didn't expect anything that different from that. So, yeah.
Would you have
didn't expect
preferred that
it
it been in one of the other... I was just about to ask you, would you prefer it if it was
I mean,
Black
I would
Ops?
prefer a Black Ops movie, sure, but I mean, they're going to do Modern Warfare. It's just like...
I mean,
I didn't hate Infinite Warfare either, to tell you the truth. I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a sci-fi bent to it, but that's just me. I know a lot of people didn't like that one.
No.
But I thought it was one of the better campaigns that they've had.
Well, I mean, Modern Warfare, I mean, it's not based... Like, I don't really play
It's
COD,
just
but
basically a military movie.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just a
that's what I'm saying.
military
It's like
It's just a
baby's
war
first
movie.
Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the one that I'm going to admit most people would say got them into playing Call of Duty.
Are they going to have a no Russian scene?
If they get a sequel, I can almost guarantee you they're going to do the Makarov and the nuke scene in the first movie, guaranteed.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to actually adapt the game and have all of that stuff in it, or are they just going to, just make it like do the Resident Evil sort of method Zack Krieger Resident Evil.
I think them saying that it's actually set in a actual Call of Duty game is saying that they're going to. That's the.
Is
main
Noah
part of
Centineo
it,
going to be in it?
Yes, he's gonna play Makarov.
Awesome.
He's going to be. He's going to be the nuke
Day
that
one.
goes off.
Day one ticket. He's going to be the nuke that goes off. Well, he's already been a nuke that's gone off in my heart. So there you go.
God. All right, Mike, buy or sell that Kevin Feige says that Adam Driver has passed on many roles for Marvel movies. It's no secret that we like him, but it's a tradition to Zoom with him and then he passes.
You know what? I want to see. I want to see like maybe for like SNL or something.
I was just about to say how is
Adam Driver and Kevin Feige doing a rendition of Green Eggs and Ham.
Yep. It would be
like John Oliver pops in at the end.
Yeah. But honestly, I don't blame like Adam Driver because I'm sure like after Star Wars, he's just like, I'm never fucking doing another franchise thing again.
Well, I think he would probably do one where he could have a guarantee that it wouldn't be an absolute shit pile and there was a plan before he signed on to it.
Yeah, I think Adam is far enough in his career. He's like, I'm a more educated man now. I'm not stepping into that again.
And nobody would blame him.
No, but I see that being a no Star Wars thing and never a no franchise thing. If I'm going to be really honest. Because there's very few situations where they're like, what if we just made up a trilogy as we went along? And had the directors literally fight with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So, Bree, buy or sell that Matt Damon confirms a new Jason Bourne movie is in the works. Edward Berger is in talks to direct, and they want it to feel like the first 3 films.
I can buy that. I mean, it's been a minute since the Bourne thing, and also, like, in the Universal, like, theme parks, like, they have that Bourne stunt show, which, I mean, R.I.P. Terminator 2 3D, but from what I've heard, that the show's pretty good, and I think Jason Bourne as a franchise has been around like long enough that it does have a little bit of that nostalgia factor. So yeah, I buy that.
Yeah. It's odd they're not going back to Jeremy Renner, man. I don't know if she's up to it, man. If only there was an app that would tell me where...
God. But the other thing about the Bourne movies is that I don't think they're expensive, but I don't think they're like...
They're expensive because Matt Damon's in them. That's like kind of the main driving cause, because as long as you're smart with shooting,
I'm just saying. But a Bourne movie's not going to cost $300 million.
No, absolutely not. No, and it will make the money back just off that alone, having Matt back in it. Kiona, buy or sell that Steve Buscemi will star in the Far Cry series coming to FX and Hulu.
What the hell video game is not getting an adaptation anymore? God.
We're
Steve Buscemi is the lead in Far Cry? Is he playing a villain?
I have no idea. It just says lead. But I would get a fucking kick out of him being the villain.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him playing the villain, honestly.
No, Steve Buscemi in Far Cry, I'm like, hold on. Wait, maybe they're cooking something here.
Yeah, and he should be an actual evil version of the guy from Billy Madison.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, I would watch that.
Who doesn't have a face turn.
But he gets the insanity
Kaisers,
line.
do not like put that thought into the universe.
Too late. It's already out there.
No.
Mike,
no.
Buy or sell that Walton Goggins and Chris Pratt are reportedly being eyed for lead roles in Danny McBride's G.I. Joe. Bradley Cooper is also reportedly in talks for a role.
I'm torn. Like, on the one hand, they do kind of fit in the universe. On the other, they're also just so boring choices.
I like Goggins and Cooper, but get Chris Pratt away from this, please. I don't need him in another freaking movie.
I can guarantee you, if he's going to be in this, he's going to be Duke.
Oh.
I guarantee you it. And I could honestly see them making Walton Goggins being
Hawk.
Nope.
Or Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander.
I could see him being Cobra Commander.
I can see him being Cobra Commander. That is the one thing that if he's in it, I see him being.
Actually, Destro.
Ooh, okay.
In my
I
brain,
could see him being Destro.
in my brain, I was like, oh, what's his name? They made a movie about him. What's his name?
Snake Eye?
Snake Eyes. I was like,
Snake
to
Eyes.
make Walton Goggins be Snake Eyes.
Oh God, no.
That might actually be horrifying.
That might actually be awesome. And then they should make Steve Buscemi be Storm Shadow.
Oh, Jesus.
All right,
Well,
so-
Brock, that might make the movie actually good.
All right, so I have some where is it? I have some visual aid for a thing coming up. Where is
We
it?
have charts.
No, I have quite a few visual aids for this one. Anyway, so so the Odyssey came out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And I'm going to read a quote, and then I'm going to show you guys the person who said the quote.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me get a drink here. Too bad it's not alcohol.
So
I wish it was.
So, I don't think it's a great thing that critics are able to preemptively manufacture a consensus on media like this, especially when the movie has so many hot-button social issues tied into it that critics refuse to address. Critics are now offer propaganda rather than insight.
Ugh.
I have seen
You know-
this quote before, and it's
I'm
dumb.
going to take a bet. It's either Elon or Grums.
Wrong!
Oh? Oh, fuck me! Did he say that while the roaches were crawling on him?
No, he said that while he was posting about his girlfriend that he has. It looked like she was being held at gunpoint. No, I saw this statement and almost pissed myself laughing. This coming from the guy that if he sees a woman in a video game, says it's going to be bad and automatically starts telling people to not buy it.
My God.
Question me, does Zachary know what a critic does?
No, because he thinks he is one.
Because, let me just correct it. Like, not that our audience are assholes, but, like, in theory, we're just talking theoreticals here. The job of the critic isn't to discuss the outside politics or whatever. If there's politics within the film, that's an entirely different subject, because you're commenting on the narrative of the film. But if you're letting, like, your outside, like, influences in, then you're not really, criticizing. You're just, you're making, like, an issue. Like, you're making clickbait at that point.
Are you trying to tell me that the socially conscious and expertly minded Asmongold doesn't know what he's talking about?
I might be.
Got it. So, anyway, Mike, go ahead.
Okay. First, I actually have to go pull up the numbers. Actually, hold on. Yeah, no, I'm just going to go to box office and just go to the weekend.
Oh, yeah, for this failure of a movie.
Yeah.
Everyone was insisted that it was gonna fail. How many,
No.
what records of ineptitude did it break?
So, as of right now, domestically, it is made 142 million,
Utter failure.
and worldwide 282 million.
It's not even gonna make its budget
Oh my
back.
god. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's never gonna make a movie ever
What a
again.
sham.
I know, it's just sitting there flopping like a fish.
Get what the people really want. Moana.
Yeah. They would have thrown The Rock in a bad wig in that movie. It would have made $1 billion.
All jokes aside, I think today we can officially put a moratorium on get woke, go broke.
Oh, Mike, your faith in humanity is far too much.
Yeah, I have to agree with Brock. common sense. Like, go woke, go broke. Realistically, died when Barbie happened.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Because if we were in a society not run by idiots, and people are like, this movie about women, featuring women characters made a lot of money. I know what we should do. We should look for more popular IPs and, popular internet things on Reddit. Instead of the obvious answer.
Yep. We're also not going to admit that. Didn't Captain Marvel make damn near $1 billion?
Oh, it made over $1 billion.
Like,
and you know what?
That's also the one that they never show when they want to say that women-led movies are failures. They never put that one in the old pictogram.
And the reason the Marvels failed, which the Marvels I liked fine, is because that was right after, like, the writer strike, and, like there was, like, no promotion for it. And also, it's like, there was a couple shitty Marvel movies before that.
Yeah, it was just... It was positioned to fail in ways that Captain Marvel just wasn't.
Yeah, it's all right. So, I have to bring up some more things about the old boycott here because, oh boy, I have a stupid one, and oh boy, do I have a one that we need to stop doing. Because...
Oh, I know where you're going with this one.
I have a feeling I do too.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets much worse than what you think it is.
It gets worse. That's my motto. That's how I can wake up each day saying, hey, you know what, Bree? Things are bad, but guess what? They can always get worse.
All right, so there's a lot of stuff being posted around about how, this boycott is affecting things and how they're out in the trenches and doing whatever. And again, I've told people, you're going to boycott, do it. But do it honestly. Now, I'm going to present you guys with a picture, and you tell me what might be a lie with the picture that I'm showing you.
Ah, I see the problem here. One of those numbers doesn't exist.
Mathematically impossible.
Yep. When you look at the video, even if it had that many views, there is like approximately way too few to have that on there.
Yeah.
Because at that same exact time, when that same exact trailer dropped, that was the actual dislike ratio. If you go on and get in there, it's still a decent amount, but it's whatever. And the thing that I want to talk about, other than, obvious line, is that this boycott has gotten where every single boycott nowadays gets, to the point of where they're not doing it because there's a cause, they're doing it because someone gave them free range to be an absolute fucking cockbag. Everyone on this channel knows that both me and Kiona are big fans of a guy by the name of Maximilian Dude. Literally one of the nicest guys on the planet.
Indeed.
And one of the kindest individuals to the entirety of the gaming community. Max, who is a big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm a big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Kiona
same.
is a big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Max, trying to promote said game, and saying he wanted more people to play it, shared an image of PlayStationNetwork.com showing that it was on sale for 88% off.
Yeah.
People are now attempting to dox Max and send him death threats.
Oh my god. What
really,
the hell?
Max is
Why?
so nice because, my co-host, I think pretty much all of us watch Max, I would say, from time to time.
Yep. All because he promoted something that involved Sony. Do you want to know how dumb this is getting? There are people that are attempting and bragging about getting together to dox Best Buy employees who suggest Sony TVs.
Are you kidding me?
It's so fucking ridiculous.
There are people that are praying things happen to, now I'm blanking on his name. He just got injured. The guy who was going to play Kratos. Ryan Hurst.
Ryan Hurst.
There are people praying that things happen to his family because they deserve it for their stupid fucking husband attempting to support Sony.
Jesus.
You realize he's just basically like a contractor, right?
Nope. He's worked for Sony more than once. He's a Sony cuck, and he deserved more than a torn pec. When I tell you guys that this thing was never going to be about physical media, for the 99.9% of the people that made a ruckus about it, I meant it, because I fucking knew it was going to get to this point, because every protest nowadays does.
I mean, to me, this is just like the whole, fuck watery over Hogwarts Legacy again, which, for a fucking mediocre game, and yes, J.K. Rowling fucking sucks. Like, she could just, wilt into, like, fucking lettuce and sit in her moldy house.
I agree.
But for the people who, are terminally online at that time and knew about, her fuck watery, like, there are so many people that were, like, chased off because they played the fucking game. Now, like, I agree, Alex, like, IGN and them should have fucking known better. But, like, individual streamers, like, are you shitting me?
And it's to the point of where protests aren't protests. They are literally just invites for people who want to have excuses to be fucking assholes, get given free reign, and then pointed in a direction with a gun that someone gave a label to and handed to them.
And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, don't you have anything better to do in your day?
No.
Like, I just can't imagine, like, I get pissy about shit and stand on my soapbox or whatever, but I can't imagine taking the greater half of my day just being, like, so, like, negative when I could be doing something positive in the world.
No. You would think that. And now it's gotten to the point of where there are people that were not caring about this going the opposite direction and buying only digital games because they're so goddamn sick of people going overboard about this. Because people literally don't know how to act normal in the form of a protest. This is literally killing their own cause.
No, I mean, here's like the normal way to protest. It would be calling, Sony customer service, people who have like financial ties to Sony and just filing, an organized complaint. But that requires actual work.
That requires actual work.
That, or just cancel your PlayStation Plus if you're going to be like,
Or just get rid of your PlayStation.
Or just get rid of your PlayStation. Sell your PlayStation.
Every single time I see under these comments, it's, I can't wait for Sony to backpedal, so I feel morally correct about buying digital games again.
But
if
here's
you
the
think
thing.
Sony is the spawn of Satan, stop supporting them completely.
Yeah.
Sell all you have in accordance with them.
It's not going to make them backpedal, I can tell you that.
It's not, but if you think they're assholes, then you shouldn't just wait to be like, well, I got my physical games back. I'm going to keep supporting that company that I said employees should die 22 weeks ago.
Because then you're just like, a freaking shill. Like, that is the definition of a shill.
Fuck, exactly. It's just, I will always say, you can hate something, but you need to hate it honestly, and you need to hate it properly. You do not need to escalate to death threats, wishing harm upon people, and bastardizing and hating on people that have nothing to fucking do with this. At fucking all. There are people asking hackers to dox PlayStation employees so that they can harass them directly. The amount of unbelievable horseshit I've seen because Sony just hasn't replied. They don't have to.
They don't have to.
They don't have to at all.
To the point where probably, the government's going to get involved if it gets, like, too crazy.
Yeah, and the sad part is, it's not going to shut up Sony. It's going to be shutting up the other stupid people. Because you know what the other thing is? Most of the people aren't even complaining about something that they know. All of them are complaining that they're not going to be able to play physical discs on the new PlayStation. Do you know what has not been said about that system at fucking all?
Anything.
That it won't have a disc drive. Nothing.
So
we don't even know the color of the goddamn thing.
To get back to what you were saying about Max, though, why do I not doubt also that some of those people are using this as an opportunity who were mad at him for his Final Fantasy Rebirth, his Final Fantasy VII Rebirth take?
Well, it's either. No, they're like, it's all of it. It's everything.
Like there's
is
just opportunists who are...
It's opportunists. And it's from people that I used to, literally underneath writing it, I used to love your channel, and now I can't stand the sight of you because you're a fucking Sony shill. Ooh. I've seen 4,000 of those comments that are displaying every video he's ever done.
He's done nothing to make himself a Sony shill. Like, he hasn't done anything about that.
He shared one screenshot, and that's all it takes now. Now Max is permanently labeled as a fucking Sony shill.
He's just informing people of the price of the game, that's all.
Saying, hey, if you're interested in this, if you want to play it for the first time, hey, cool beans, you could get it for super duper cheap. But here's, like, my thing, and this is the thing, and I see it in the comments and, like, the stuff that I freelance for. I can't imagine taking the effort to post any sort of negative comment to YouTube. Like, of all the things I could do with my day, saying, oh, yeah, I'm gonna do my, freaking essay-length comment in the YouTube, like, that'll show him.
Mm-hmm. There a place? Oh, yeah, I know. Umbreon, you better stop watching me, man. I know this is in the background and you can see it. You better stop watching me. Not the almost 100 podcast videos where probably 60% of them I've seen wearing a PlayStation hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good God. Anyway, all right. So this is the last part I think that I have in here about it. And again, this is me just showing data. Everybody calm the fuck down. So Sakurna, when everyone was okay to rip on Xbox, believe this data, I'm just going to show you what they posted. Sakurna retail publishing facility, they basically track all buys of things in retail. There has only been 7 games on the PS5 that have sold more than 100k physical units year to date. That doesn't speak well. If we want that to change, you need to buy more. Because if that is how things are sitting, it's not good. And it's only giving reasons toward the other way if that's how things are sitting on the system that supposedly all the games are actually bought on versus rented. That's just presenting data. If you're going to start talking like this, we need to start talking about probably not physical games where we won't buy it. You should start protesting for digital rights. Because one of those is worth more in the fight in the future because you're going to want to fight for them. Alright, now, something that I don't know if Kiona's interested in this game, but I know that I am. Jennifer English has left as the main character of Tides of Annihilation due to apparently health issues.
Ooh.
Everybody else that I think has the brain capacity of a fucking flea. She did not quit voice acting on a game because her ex-girlfriend's in it.
What?
I mean, first of all, like, the chances that they would be in sessions together would be, like, low. And second of all, who cares?
They are. It's the main character and the main antagonist. But
okay,
it's
but
still
they're
dumb.
still professionals.
Yes,
they're
they
still
are.
Professionals.
And they've gone to cons together. Now that they've broken up.
I mean, they just decided that they weren't in a romantic relationship anymore. I mean, that kinda happens a lot.
Yes.
But you can still not be a dick. You just say, hey, we don't want to be, in that sort of way anymore. But, like, if it's health reasons, I'm wondering if it's, like, vocal polyps or is it, like, some sort of...
I don't know, because she had some recordings that were done, but I did see someone post something. I'm not saying it's true, but if this happens, I would be a happy man. That is the girl that voices Grace in Resident Evil 9. And she's randomly canceled a bunch of con appearances because she has to do voice recordings.
I'd like to see her take over the role, yeah, for sure.
She's really good at her job. She's, like, really fucking good. She actually, like, studied speech pathology to get Grace's stutter correct. Like, she's a fucking expert. I'd be really happy if she got that role. And the same thing happened with, the girl that plays Emily. She canceled a bunch, and there is a younger girl that accompanies her in this game, so that'd be actually pretty fucking sick if they got main character roles as a group again. Alright, something that is not fucking sick. The European Union is set to approve Saudi PIF acquisition of Electronic Arts, according to report. New report indicates that the European Union is set to grant approval to Saudi Arabia's public investment firm for the acquisition of Electronic Arts. Saudi Arabia has made multiple investments in the video game industry over the last decade. Saudi Arabia's electronic gaming development company purchased a 96% stake in Japanese developer SNK. And the Saudi owners that they have a 5% stake in Capcom as well. The legit, like, I don't want Saudi Arabia owning a lot of things, but the one thing that genuinely scares me about that is what they would do or what they would say to the people making Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yep.
It's concerning.
No good.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyway. So the remake of the Knights of the Old Republic may finally be released in 2028. An executive at New Saber puts the remake hopefully in the company's 2028 release lineup. Now, if that gets released, it would be on everything because they said somewhere that is no longer under a Sony exclusivity deal. So if it actually gets released, it'll be on everything.
Yeah,
and I hope that would get released. So.
As it should be, but that game's starting to become like, it's not to the same extreme, but like the Elder Scrolls 6 of Star Wars.
Well, it's just a game that went off because randomly the people that made the company went, what if we just didn't work on that and worked on 7,000 other projects? Like,
even though it's a Star Wars game and in this series it's beloved, and you would easily make your money back.
You would think. All right. GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen says he does not care that Sony will end disc production in 2028. It doesn't matter. It's totally irrelevant. He said GameStop wants to keep their focus on selling collectibles, trading cards, toys, and Funko Pops.
So why is it called GameStop again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, at least he's being honest. I mean, that's pretty much what GameStop is now.
It is. And it's one of those things where it's like everybody liked to laugh at the 700 locations closing and didn't think that you're like, the one place the secondhand market survives is through that. And if they can't stay open, this is the shit that's going to happen. I will tell you, though, Kiona, I like, Bree and Mike, you're not as much of a gamer. How many times have you guys gone into a GameStop and seen someone buy something that wasn't a game?
Not very often, I can tell you that much.
I can't tell you the last time I saw someone walk out with something that wasn't a peripheral for a game or something for just a game.
I mean, maybe because I haven't been in a GameStop in, like, probably nearly 2 years since I stopped my out-of-the-house job, for reasons. So, actually, come to think of it, I don't think in that GameStop I actually saw anyone buy anything.
It's one of the
I'm
things
shocked.
where I'm just like... it's just...
I think I bought a system at GameStop once. I had, like, a bunch of gift cards. I bought, like, a 2DS because I wanted to play, like, some of the newer DS games that are no longer compatible. And I was like, I didn't want the clamshell. I just wanted, something basic. I think, and I bought that, like, well over a decade ago.
I bought every system that I had at my local Kmart up until the PS4. Nope. I bought an Xbox One because my friends wanted to play Destiny, and that's before it was cross-platform. And then my PS4 Pro, I bought online, and everything after that, I don't remember where, though. I want to say it was Walmart.com? Because that was before Sony had the direct thing. But, alright, so there was some stuff about id Software that I saved for you from last week, Kiona.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so id Software said there is no benefits in being owned by Microsoft. Says Doom Dev, they have destroyed immense amount of value I don't even think they're aware of. They said they don't wait to see if the product is successful before they get rid of the team. You said there's no benefits in owning. In fact, they've destroyed an immense amount of value. I don't think they're aware of because they basically killed off their entire id. Oh my god.
Yeah, they've killed off
The id
it
tech
as a
part of
developer pretty much.
Yeah.
Even though they're saying that they're not, but
they're not. GamesBeat, there's a bunch of shit about just id Software coming through here. GamesBeat, the cuts came as id's team was toying with different gaming ideas, including a John Wick-style original game called Fury, a new game in the Perfect Dark franchise, and a multiplayer co-op version of Doom, though it's not clear which game, if any, they can actually do.
Yeah.
So, they canceled the Perfect Dark reboot, shut down the initiative, reportedly blocked Take-Two from acquiring the IP and reviving the project, reportedly turned down id Software's pitch for a Perfect Dark, and then laid off most of the team. I would like to know when they will start selling off IPs like they did studios, because I think it would be the smartest idea they had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I went. That's like two big studios that I'm a big fan of that have just got gutted in the past couple months. It's crazy.
According to id Software developer, he claims better than what you said, Kiona. Nerfed into the dirt.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Because they've been relegated to a support studio as of 136 layoffs confirmed by the Doom and Quake studio.
And they had maybe 200 employees.
Yep. So they barely have a quarter of what they had.
Yeah, and I mean they're putting up a really brave face and saying that they're not dead and that they are going to work on new things, but man, I just don't see it.
I don't either.
And they also gutted the European arm of the studio as well that was working on the id Tech engine. So it's just been a massacre.
All right,
and yeah,
it's bad. Hey guys,
it's bad.
Do you want to see the text version of dangling keys in front of a child so that they don't look at the layoffs?
Oh, boy, do I. Howdy do.
A note from Bethesda Game Studios. We love making these worlds as much as we love playing them. Today we want to share what's next for Bethesda Game Studios and what you can expect for them for the years ahead. For 40 years, we've built games that have entertained 500 million players, more than just games and their worlds. Worlds you do explore, shape, and make your own. Worlds that we return to together. What's driving us forward, we're investing more deeply in the worlds players love, giving the creators bigger roles and shaping experiences and bringing the teams closer together so that we can get our games in their hands sooner, support them longer, and continue building them alongside for decades to come. Starfield continues! Because, that's the one you want to start with when you talk about games that players want. And I love this. Keep up the verbiage here. With over 17 million players, not 17 million copies bought.
Nope.
And almost 1 billion hours to date, Starfield remains an important part of our future. As we enter year 3, we'll continue to expand the settled systems with new stories, targeted gameplay improvements, and additional updates. With preparing to launch the new Starborn content next year with more than 40% of players already customizing their experience through creations. They'll continue investing in creators and giving the players new way to make Starfield their own. In other words, why don't you make some content for us? Because we know no one cares about this game. Created by players, we believe that from the beginning that our worlds belong to not only the people who make them, but also to the people who play them. That's why we've long provided players with tools to create their own experiences. Dating back to Morrowind Construction Set, this year marked another major milestone for creations with the expansion of Fallout 4, joining Skyrim and Starfield. We're proud to announce the creators have already earned more than 10 million in royalties from their work. That's actually really cool. Now, as I read this news...
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
I'm going to show you a picture that I saw on Facebook that I thought was fucking hilarious. Hold on, I gotta get this right here.
There we go.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, alright, so, the future of Fallout! This is after they've openly said at a meeting that they're going to only focus on the big games. So, Fallout is one of our biggest priorities today. Fallout 5 remains our long-range destination. We have multiple Fallout projects in active development right now. Fallout 76 continues, God somehow, to be a home of millions of players exploring Appalachia together. With nearly 70 free updates to date, the journey is far from over. In fact, we have major Fallout 76 expansions planned for the next year. Raven Rock, a prequel to Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and the most award-winning game in the franchise. Just celebrated a 10-year anniversary, recently passed over 35 million copies sold. Definition.
Yeah. Red, you're not talking about like the greatest, day one game of all times, the masterpiece that is Fallout 76.
Yes, and the great Satchel controversy. Notice how they said copies sold for Fallout, and they said player count for Starfield. Keep track of those kind of differences. Continuing to attract a new audience every year. We also know many players want to revisit previous Fallout experiences. While we're not announcing any dates, we've been working on remasters for both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I wonder who they got to work on those that they relegated down to a support studio. Fallout Shelter continues to be our most popular way to experience Fallout on the go, with more than 250 million players. There's more ahead for Fallout Shelter, including new seasons, an unscripted Fallout Shelter television project, also in the works with our partners at Amazon and Kilter Films. We'd like to congratulate Kilter Films and Amazon Studios for 10 Emmy nominations for Fallout Season 2. Production for Season 3 already underway. Cool. And while we won't host a traditional Fallout Day broadcast this year, we're already planning something special for Fallout's 30th anniversary in 2027, when Fallout Day will be celebrated in Washington, D.C. Studio collaboration. The Wastelands continue to expand as we team up once again with our longtime friends at Obsidian Entertainment, who openly said they didn't want to work on a Fallout game again when they were purchased, that they wanted to do their own things. We're happy to confirm that we're working with us on a new Fallout project. We'll have more to share in the future. We're also bringing teams closer together. Bethesda, ZeniMax Online Studios, that they also chopped in half, will partner closely with Bethesda Game Studios on the Elder Scrolls franchise to continue to deliver incredible new experiences to the Elder Scrolls Online Season 1 Return of the Thieves Guild recently launched. As the team has more planned for the future, by aligning more directly with the franchise, we can create a better experience for players. The Elder Scrolls and beyond. The Foundation extends beyond our team's technology, tools, and systems that empower the generation of Bethesda's RPGs. Our teams are now developing the Elder Scrolls 6 Fallout 5 on Creation Engine 3, a shared technology platform we've been building since Starfield's launch. It allows our teams to support multiple projects simultaneously with new tools, rendering systems, and define our games. Notice how they said Elder Scrolls 6 is being built on Starfield's engine, meaning they didn't start actual work on it until after Starfield was done.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 5 is currently in pre-production, meaning they have a title. The Elder Scrolls 6 is our primary development focus today, and the majority of our team is currently working on the next chapter of the franchise, with over 65 million copies sold. That funny 65 million, the copies sold again, how they only say that for everything except for Starfield. Currently still exploring Skyrim 15 years later, but it's been a very long time to wait for the sequel. The next chapter's we've planned will be loving how it looks and playing it every day. The road ahead. But that someone said, I saw a great comment under this that said, well, that's why it's taking so fucking long. If they're playing it every day, they never beat the damn game. That's why it's not coming out. The road ahead. Across Bethesda Studios, we're building a future Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, and Starfield. We're investing in our technology, bringing teams together, supporting our live games, expanding into new forms of entertainment, developing a new generation of Bethesda RPGs. We couldn't be more excited for what's ahead, wanting to share as we could today. We can't thank you enough for all you've given us in these worlds. We can't wait to continue them together. Did anyone see the gun against Todd Howard's head? So, they basically just said Bethesda Studios, which basically means everything Bethesda owns. Hey, good luck on working on anything other than Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Yeah, I'm glad you have all those studios now that are never going to make anything other than 3 series that come out once every 12 to 13 years. That's great.
Yep.
Great. It's great. So, by the way, I love that no one on that team agrees with each other. So, Asha Sharma said recently that she believes that we need to have more exclusives, otherwise the system won't sell. Matthew Bootycheeks, Xbox fans shouldn't expect all single-player games to be exclusive. It certainly isn't something carved in stone. Just when I think they're actually getting smart over there, they are. Rise Son of Rome was initially planned to cover different settings and eras like Assassin's Creed before critical and commercial failure ruined those plans and Crytek's future with it. I fucking wish that game would have succeeded because that actually would have been fucking awesome. That would have been Xbox's own Assassin's Creed, and that would have been really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. Once again, they do not build a new franchise out of something.
No. And that game, for its time, was fucking immaculate looking.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Like, really good. Jason Schreier says that Xbox studio leaders absolutely hate Game Pass. There are a lot of people out there in the studio leadership with an Xbox who absolutely detest Game Pass and think it destroys the value of their games. They think it's taken away from the value of all games in general and has a detriment to the gaming industry that views people because it devalues games. I don't think any more needs to be said on that, but someone at Jason Schreier's stature saying that means something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Content creator Joshua Kane's Microsoft account got restored, but says it's still shady. It's not that they can't bring back your account. It's that they won't bring back your account when you're a nobody. I'm a nobody, but my tweet blew up. So essentially, these big corporations can take all your shit away, but can give it back to you at a moment's notice if you're important. This is the stuff that we should be mad about on all fronts, not just one.
Yep.
Because if you can make a big enough stink about your rights about digital stuff, you should be making it to everybody. Now,
agreed.
Something that happened that I wish would have fucking happened with a big different fucking merger. Judge puts a pause on the Paramount Warner Brothers merger.
Good.
Oh boy, there's gonna be a lot of legal mumbo jumbo in this. U.S. District Court Judge, oh my goodness gracious, Araceli Martinez Alguin,
But close enough.
That one, of the Northern District of California, issued a temporary restraining order barring Paramount from closing the transactions, a corporate tie-up that would unite two movie studios, streaming platforms, and two organizations under control of David Ellison, son of billionaire technology tycoon Larry Ellison. The order says a restraining order will remain in effect for 14 days. The judge who was proceeding over the case scheduled an August 3rd hearing on the state's motion for a preliminary injunction which would freeze the transaction while legal processes play out. The plaintiffs, led by California's Attorney General Rob Bonta, sued the blocked the merger July 13th, arguing in a 38-page complaint that it would extinguish competition in Hollywood. The unlawful merger of these two entertainment behemoths would lead to higher prices, lower quality, and less content for film and television, harming movie theaters, basic cable distributors, and ultimately audiences on every sofa and movie theater in the United States, Bonta said in a statement accompanying the court filing. Bonta and his fellow Democratic Attorney General contended that the transaction violates Section 7 of the Clayton Antitrust Act of 1914. The federal law bars mergers likely to substantially lessen competition. Where the fuck were you a few years ago?
Seriously.
The state argues that the deal would reduce competition in three areas: wide-release theatrical distribution, anticipated top-grossing movie distribution, and the market for distribution of basic cable channels and satellite providers. Paramount has forcefully pushed back on these claims, arguing that the state's crusade is wrong on both facts and the law, and blasting the restraining order bid as one of the weakest merger challenges in antitrust history. Sir, you did not watch the PlayStation versus Xbox debate if you thought that's the weakest one. There was no fight put up there by the judges. All right, there's a lot more stuff going on here that goes for a while. Either way, this is good. But I'll get to the part where it could cost them money, because this part I think is funny. Paramount executives are motivated to close the deal soon. That's partially because the company agreed to pay Warner Brothers shareholders a ticketing fee of 25 cents per share each quarter if the transaction isn't wrapped up by September 30th. The potential penalty is worth more than $600 million per quarter.
Yep.
And to answer your question, Heisers, even if he did, which I don't think, since this is a federal court, that they could do, they could just bring it up to the Supreme Court, which would be the worst case scenario for them, because then it'd be held up in the courts for months, which would activate the ticking fee.
Yeah, and
because that's what the plan is. They want to keep kicking the can.
Yeah,
because this is basically a battle of attrition. This is the only way they could pretty much stop this merger in any meaningful capacity.
Absolutely. So yeah, that would be the least thing that they'd want, which would be fucking hilarious if it got up to that. I'd laugh till I cried. All right, we've got some other stuff on there, but there was a bunch of other things suing to stop this thing by states, but we're not going to go into them because it got paused. So we got the ending that we kind of wanted. Well,
for now,
we're getting there. All right, now
we may be talking about more updates.
I fucking hope so.
On August 3rd.
but that explains, the little crash out last week about threatening to lose the state, because then we saw the story 2 days later. And it's the same reason that, the new Aang movie is likely a distraction.
Oh, 100%. May have shed TNN Cartoon Network. I think that a lot more would have to go on, because if they actually give a shit about antitrust stuff now, yeesh. Okay, so we've got a trailer to talk about. The first Avengers Doomsday trailer just dropped on a random fucking Monday.
Right before Disney announced that they were cutting more jobs. So, I wonder why the trailer happened before, being attached to, Brand New Day. I wonder.
Yeah. It's just fucking ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to talk about the things that happen within it. And so it's a lot of cameo porn, which is what these Avengers movies are meant to be. And the two stories that they're covering is literally meant to be cameo porn.
Yeah.
But I will say, it's not been confirmed, but it's basically been that the voice talking in the beginning of it is Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this.
It's a good... I didn't know that was him.
That's the thing. It is a good voice. Like, I like that so far. It doesn't sound like he's trying to be Robert Downey Jr. It just sounds like he is Doom.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still believe, and we're going to get into it because I've said it 100 times, and I'm sure Bree's going to say the same damn thing. I just wish it would have got a fucking Romani actor to it. But,
yeah.
I know, and I said this on my Blue Sky. I still cannot believe that the most comic accurate version of Doom that we will probably ever get is the fucking unreleased Roger Corman one.
Yeah, it's voice is incredible. I couldn't tell. Yeah, the voice is unbelievable. Fucking ridiculous. That's the best, I think that voice work is better than what Downey Jr. was doing in Tropic Thunder.
I mean, if you want to go further back, probably Chaplin.
Oh yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah.
He I will love this choice infinitesimally better if you never see a full shot of him without that fucking mask on.
Same.
I don't think you're gonna do that.
Well, what if they have him take the mask off?
Yeah.
What if they have him take the mask off, but his face is all scarred because Doctor Doom traditionally has that kind of.
It could be,
face.
but I want it to be scarred up enough to the point where you cannot tell it's Robert Downey Jr.
Maybe it will be.
Yeah, because if they can commit to him, just be I don't want him to be a variant of Tony Stark that becomes Doom. I know that's been a thing. I want him to literally just be Dr. Doom. Just.
And I want that more than anything. I just don't know if that's the reality we live in.
Oh, I don't know if it's the reality we're in. I'm just saying I will give this movie a lot more respect if it happens. I don't think that's going to happen, but
No,
I will give it a lot of respect.
If they did that and they just happened to cast him because, Robert Downey Jr. is a popular actor in the Marvel community, I will take back every mean thing that I have said.
Yeah.
Because here's my thoughts on the trailer. Boy, there were certainly characters in it.
Yeah.
There were certainly characters on the screen.
Which is what I honestly expected the first trailer to be, if I'm going to be 1,000% honest.
Oh yeah, I mean, it wasn't going to be
Same.
anything else, but it's like...
This is a third of the amount of characters you're going to see in the first hour of that movie.
Question: How many months are we away from?
It's December.
So probably 5.5 months. So, I mean, I think just because Disney had their own thing, this trailer was going to drop in the next week or two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was only a matter of time. And I think that, honestly, they're going to do the Infinity War and the Endgame thing where they're CGIing out people from certain scenes and other things like that, and they're going to show only certain scenes that aren't showing major moments. Because it's just what they have to do. Now, this has shown me, to a degree, that a good chunk of movie-going audiences don't know Doctor Doom outside of the Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many comments going, he is a guy in a mask that knows magic. How the fuck is he putting up with Thor? I'm like,
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, children, sit down for a minute.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
See, this is what we do when we don't educate, our young children about the majesty of, like, Jessica Alba suddenly becoming invisible with just her bras and panties showing. This is, we failed our children.
Also, I'm going to be that guy. Everyone's like, this is really stupid. There's no setup. And you wait until it's annoying. Is a good movie. The chunk will be just Infinity War. As everyone's waiting for the minute after I'm Doom. Who are you about? Whatever. But, everyone's like, I don't get it. This is ridiculous. Doom is just showing up out of nowhere with no setup. This is bullshit compared to Thanos. I'm going to be very fucking honest with you about the amount of setup we actually had for Thanos. That motherfucker had 5 minutes of screen time and he spent 5 minutes of it sitting in a fucking chair.
And, like, half of them were end credits scenes. So I agree with you, bro. If we're going to talk about setup, like, let's be honest here. To quote David Beckham, let's be honest.
And name an Avengers villain outside of Thanos that almost wasn't introduced in the movie they were in.
So you guys want to talk about Ultron?
Oh wait, you mean the guy that showed up a half an hour into Age of Ultron?
Mm-hmm.
Or Stain, who, by the way, died in the movie he was in.
What are we? Ah!
Now, I only understand to a certain degree because Doctor Doom is Doctor fucking Doom.
Doom?
But still, like you can not like the choice to introduce him like now without like kind of sounding dumb about it.
But it's like, let's not argue with things where you actually don't know the facts that you're stating.
That
we also had two different people playing fucking Thanos before we actually got him properly on screen.
I know, like, I think people forget that Brolin didn't start being Thanos till Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other
and
guy
also, I think he was just the voice. I don't think that was actually him in the mocap until Infinity War Endgame.
I completely agree, because if I remember correctly, he talked about his first time walking out on screen when he saw Banner and the fucking dots and the unitard and all that. So it's just like, yeah, it's one thing that's really dumb to me is that people are upset that the Gambit in this movie is Tatum.
Come on, let him have this.
Well, it's that, but they're like, I don't want the dumb idiot that was in Deadpool Wolverine. Do you guys forget that every character that was in Deadpool Wolverine was serious until they put them in the Deadpool movie?
That.
Wolverine didn't act like that until he was in the Deadpool movie. Every single Fox character that was in that movie didn't act like that until they were in the Deadpool movie. It's almost like they'll act more serious when they're not in the Deadpool movie.
And Deadpool's just meant to be silly. Even stuff like the TVA, which is treated seriously in Loki, is just kind of a fucking joke in Deadpool.
Actually, Wolverine was not unserious at that.
No, I mean,
I'm not saying he wasn't unserious, but he definitely was more aggressive in saying fuck and all this and that, and it was a different version of him than the other ones. I'm saying that there was different versions of every character in that movie that you didn't get outside of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, Chatham's going to be the same. Like, no, you don't know that. You didn't even speak.
Exactly.
And also, like, just to kind of backtrack on, like, Thanos and, like, the setup for Doom. I mean, really, if we're talking, like, Thanos seriously as a character, like, setup, really the first introduction that he did anything, like, meaningful was Guardians of the Galaxy. We see Doom at the end of First Steps. How is that not literally, like, the same?
Because it's something people can complain about because they don't know what they're talking about.
But see, this annoys me because I could complain for tons of valid reasons. That's not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say, from my take on the trailer, I thought it was a good trailer. I didn't, like, love it.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, super excited about it.
I'm
But,
not
like,
hating it. I just didn't. It was like, okay, looks like Avengers.
It looks like an Avengers movie. It talks like an Avengers movie. Thor is really good. I'm glad that they brought back kind of the gravitas to Thor. That was nice.
Yeah.
I think Doom looks like he's going to be a cool villain.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that they have the X-Men in there. I love, Xavier and Magneto spending their final, like their last movie together in this.
Yeah.
The greatest bromance of all time.
The greatest romance of all time, indeed. Yeah. So, like, I'm all for it. But at the same time, it didn't, like, make me more excited to go see it. I'm already like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go see it because of course I am. But
yes, but you shouldn't need to be a comic fan to do that. That's against the point, Umbreon. The point of the movie is that you're only getting off the build-up in the movie. Because if we're going to do that horse shit, we could do that for every single character introduced in every single movie in the MCU and talk about it differently because of that.
That's true.
And then every single movie argument becomes invalid because I can enjoy that character more because I know comics.
But if you know the comics, then it'll be like, it's additional. Yeah,
exactly.
Like
that's
right. Because if we're gonna do like that argument, like Black Widow was introduced as Tony's assistant, and she didn't really do shit till Avengers happened.
Yeah, she took out a couple of guys in the hallway,
and she looked really cool. That catsuit was amazing.
She did.
And also, that's probably my favorite Black Widow wig.
It's up there. I really like the one from Ultron. I thought she looked really good in that movie. But a really funny tweet that I saw was like, it's really great that Thor used two-step verification on Steve Rogers.
Right. It's beautiful.
One thing I was going to say about the trailer as well, I felt the same thing. I think that people are unable to comprehend that they're never going to get the feeling back that they got for Endgame. It's physically possible to recreate that for a trailer. Physically impossible. And I'm going to be really honest with you. I think a lot of people went into this wanting to not like it.
It certainly feels that way. Like, expectations are so high that, like, nothing could have nothing could have matched them. But
and you don't have a run-up of movies that everybody universally loved leading to this trailer that would have helped the hype for this trailer, even if it was the same fucking trailer.
Yeah, I definitely think, Marvel's missteps and really just the last phase and a half just really doing a fucking botch job has done this movie no favors.
But yeah, I wanted to make sure I said that before we got out. But I saw someone post something online, and I actually think it'd be really cool if it was true, is that a lot of people are thinking that that is not the regular Steve Rogers, that that's Hydra Cap. And then I saw a lot of people go, well, that cannot be Hydra Cap because he was able to lift Mjolnir, and so was Hydra Cap in the comics.
Hmm.
I think it'd be kind of great if you don't see the real Steve Rogers until the second movie.
That actually would be kind of cool.
Because that would be a moment. Because I don't know how, because I know they're going to try. They're going to attempt a Portals-esque moment. I'm not saying it's going to be Portals, but they're going to try and expect something to have the impact that that had for people watching it. And having Steve be a part of that moment would be something. Like the actual Steve Rogers.
I have a feeling he's gonna like he's gonna be the one who either leads the whatever that Portals like scene would be, or at the very end of all of that he comes out and says like, Avengers assemble.
Maybe something like that.
Well, here's a quick question. Is it going to be like younger Steve, or is it going to be like our Steve, like old man Steve?
I think that it is going to be younger Steve somehow. They somehow got him from whatever. Or it could be a different Steve.
Loki could have gone through the time stream and picked them.
Yeah, we do have Loki shown, the guy who's holding together the entire time stream in these movies. Because someone said that what was it? Someone believes that Loki is going to be the end goal of this movie, they think. Trying to get to him. And then somehow Doom does. Because someone thought that they think that Doom is going to be acting like a friend at first, or something that's some miscommunication, because he talks about incursions happening to someone, not him being the incursion happening to them.
That could be it. And also, you know, Thor's like, oh shit, like my brother's alive. Yeah, let's go find him.
Yeah, exactly. Now, speaking on Thor, the
That'd
last
be
question
cool,
I have to ask is, are you guys okay with Thor being the sacrificial, ass-kicked Avenger for Doom?
Yes.
So a lot of people have problems with it, and I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with it.
No.
Honestly, my line for it is like the weird line saying that I fear him more than like fucking Thanos. You know, the guy who killed my brother. That to me just read a little fucking weird.
Well, it is, but we didn't know what he saw in the in-between. So, I don't know. But they have to say something to get you in the whatever, and it's all shit out of context.
I'm just saying, for Thor specifically, to me, that's just like a weird line. Because it's not, like, Doom, I'm sure, is strong and powerful, but it's not like he has, like, a personal beef with Thanos.
He does, but I've seen people stronger than people I have personal beefs with. And that might be what scares the fuck out of him. But
yeah, I think we're missing context in terms of the scene where he's gonna like learn basically what Doom's real plan is.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, maybe in context it makes more sense. But out of context, there it just sounds really fucking weird.
Yeah.
Which
won't
also,
deny that.
we need to remember the best line Thanos says in the entirety of Endgame isn't in the fucking movie!
Yeah.
But this does bring a smile to my face. So we need to also remember some of these lines aren't going to be in the movie.
That's true.
It's one of those things with fake trailers. Not fake trailers, deceptive trailers. Kevin Feige doesn't see the MCU having a full reboot after Secret Wars. In Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars from 10 years ago, there's a nice roadmap to where we go. I am not going to be a guy that lies and said that they read that comic, because I didn't. Who here has read it?
I have not read it all the way through, but knowing that
Me
it's
neither.
Hickman, I can understand what he's saying.
Does this seem like a soft reboot, not a full reboot? People together? Do you have any kind of inkling of what he'd be angling at?
So if I think that like if they go the sort of Secret War slash Battle World kind of thing that I think a lot of people are thinking that they're gonna do with this. So Doom's gonna basically consolidate everything into one world under Doom. You know, they did that recent storyline as well, where he's the ruler of all of the entirety of basically the universe. And then that's what Secret Wars, you know, that's where the heroes are gonna fight him and probably defeat him and stuff like that. And then coming out of Battle World, we'll have like a sort of soft reboot where the mutants are here and Fantastic Four is there.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths with CW, where they just went, fuck it!
Pretty much.
You're all on here!
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much, that's how you clean up a multiverse, I guess, is you just consolidate it all into one.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are now going to talk about the brand new Day trailer.
Mm.
Or I should say, half trailer.
Yeah.
Because half of it was
Indeed.
the other movies.
Yeah, I see what they're doing here. They're doing a they're trying to play something like nostalgia for Peter's journey, which, you know, I get it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
100%. I get it too. Which, it makes sense. I just didn't expect to see final trailer, and then I'm 30 seconds into this trailer, and I'm like, where the fuck is the trailer? Is this just voiceover? I'm like, am I getting David Attenborough by Tom Holland right now? There's a lot of things going around of what people are suspecting from this trailer. And they finally said that the main villain of this movie is a he. There is a detail from an interview that I'm now remembering, and I had to rewatch, and I caught again, that makes me want to bet my house, my car, my kidneys, my 401k, and my nieces and nephews on me knowing who the villain of this movie is. It's Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative. Okay, that would be an
person who literally feeds off negative emotions, brings out the worst in everyone he has because he has a corrupting touch that takes over and mind controls people.
Yep.
And he is a hidden mentor to Spider-Man that he cannot sense when he's in normal human form and can only sense him when he turns into Mr. Negative, which is a character in the trailer who he's literally talking to because he talks to him as if Mr. Negative, and then he tells, hey, you're the only one that can sense this guy. Why do I think this? Because Destin Daniel Cretton went out of his way to say that his number one source of inspiration for the shot composure, cinematography, the way Spider-Man moves, and the plot is from Spider-Man PS4. Who the main villain was hidden in plain sight as Mr. Motherfucking Negative.
Yep. That's a really good version of him, too.
It's the best version of him, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I think that Destin Daniel Cretton, if anything, he's going to do good action, for sure.
Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely he is. The other interesting thing about this, there was an interview with Brad Winderbaum that revealed that Sadie Sink will reprise her role as this mystery character in X-Men 97 the week after the movie comes out.
So wait, they're saying X-Men 97 like as in
the cartoon X-Men 97. Do you know who is already in X-Men 97?
Jean.
Yes. Do you know who has red hair, wears yellow and green, and isn't in X-Men 97 right now? Rachel Summers!
I mean, can we do spoilers
Or
a little
Hope.
bit?
Well,
Well, because, I mean,
Hope Summers.
because Rachel technically is.
I know,
Yeah.
but that look of Rachel Summers isn't, and the people that don't know that's why I think it's Rachel, because he says that character is going to announce it, like, you're saying that because she's already in it, but we haven't seen her be Rachel Summers yet.
Yeah, if she isn't Jean and she is Rachel, I have a theory. We saw Cyclops in the trailer. Because I'm going to assume that's Marsden Cyclops. Yeah?
It is. Oh, yeah, it is,
It
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like her dad, like in the continuity
I can
of like
see
the
it.
MCU.
100%. I can see that 100%. And she got caught up in the, is Rachel another clone of Jean like Madeline? No. Oh, what's
Rachel
the
is Scott Summers' daughter.
Yes.
In
the
like an
future,
alternate
though.
timeline.
I
And,
was
like, an
trying to
alternate timeline. Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, who is Cable's, doesn't Cable have a kid? Or am I wrong about
Cable takes care of Hope Summers.
Takes care
who
of Hope.
is-
I'm sorry. Yes, you're correct. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he mentors Hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's who it is, because Brad Winderbaum's probably being a cheeky bastard saying she hasn't arrived yet, when she technically has. We just haven't seen her as Rachel.
As Rachel. Rachel has been manipulated into villainy before as well.
She has.
She's been a
And-
hound. So
Yeah. So it would be kind of cool if that's what it was, and if that's truthful, he's being honest and she hasn't appeared yet, and he's not just being some dumbass and he's like, well, this younger version of Jean hasn't shown up in X-Men 97 yet. But
could also be Hope though. Now you got me thinking.
I don't know.
I don't know what.
But I think regardless, like she's definitely got some of that Summers DNA going on.
Yeah.
There's no fucking
Yeah,
way that she's
one,
not.
she's one of the two. In my opinion,
Definitely.
she's one of the two. There's she could because she has red hair, but I highly doubt they're gonna be like, actually, she's been Firestar. As much as that would make sense in a Spider-Man
that'd be cool.
sense of
It's never
things.
gonna. Yeah, that's probably never gonna happen in an MCU Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
No,
it would be awesome, but
it'd
Yeah.
be awesome. Yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
it, but-
we can't have nice things.
speaking of not great things, Kratos will be officially recast in the live-action God of War series, and so I'm not laughing because of that. I'm not laughing because of that.
I know what you're laughing about. I just saw it. I looked it up. I know exactly what you're laughing about.
You guys, I know the perfect casting.
Oh, I do too.
When I tell you I know the perfect casting, I know the perfect casting. I'm not saying he's got experience.
I hate how good that looks. But did you read like the latest rumor of like who might be replacing him?
I've read the rumor of it, yeah. And it's if you're talking about the person who screen read for it. If you're talking about Jason Momoa,
No, I'm not.
who are you talking about?
Braun Breaker.
I did not read that, and I actively would shit this show out the back of my asshole if that got done. Since WWE actively said they didn't want to put him as WWE champion because they thought his mic skills weren't good, no.
Apparently
God.
he was seen at the Amazon offices. I'm not saying it's happening, but apparently he was there.
Yes, but they've also seen Danhausen at the Amazon offices, and I don't think Danhausen's going to be Atreus. So,
Oh my god.
I'd say it was gonna be real. I just laughed at that happened. I'm like, fucking cancel the series. It's not gonna work, man.
one thing that needs to be brought up that I don't think some people understand, and I feel bad for Ryan, I really, really do, but I'm going to be the studio in this standpoint. I don't know what situation they put him in to where he got in a situation to where he ripped his pec. The dude's in his 50s. what did Ryan try to do where he didn't have a stunt double? Unless this was some freak accident and it wasn't whatever. We don't know the situation. I don't know if we're ever going to know the situation. But Ryan is in his 50s. Recovery can be 6 to 8 months without therapy. There is no way on God's green earth they are going to halt production of this show for a year. There's no chance in hell. Do I think Ryan would have did a great job? Absolutely. Does it suck for him? Yes, it does. But yeah, I know they got to reshoot episodes, but you can't wait a fucking year. Also, you have to accommodate the age of the child you have playing Atreus.
That.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but I mean, I think Amazon in this case is making the right call.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like no way. I mean, maybe they could work around it and just like do like a digital face replacement or just like reshoot his scenes, but I mean, it's a bad situation.
It sucks. It really sucks. And for everybody wondering, this does not mean you're going to get Christopher Judge. The dude is in the same age bracket as him, and if you got Christopher Judge, that means you're going to stop getting games with Kratos as Christopher Judge, because they cannot do 8 months of shooting in between the 5 years it takes him to make a God of War game. Time doesn't work that way.
Not only that, but if it was an injury released to like something happening on set, like why would he want to put himself in danger?
No.
Because someone else is gonna have to do that stunt or whatever.
Yeah, he openly admitted that he would have to have put on another 20 pounds of muscle for him to be happy with what he would look like, and at his age, he does not want to be doing that intensity of a show for that long. People like to forget, Christopher Judge isn't in his 30s. He doesn't have the body of what they modeled Kratos after. Kratos' body is scanned off of Shad Gaspard when he was in the best condition of his entire life. But I don't know who they're going to get to do it. Supposedly, the rumored one of the guys that got second to him would be Jason Momoa. Would he have the gravitas and the low tone to do it?
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
I don't know if he'd be my first choice to do it. Nothing against Jason, but I don't know picturing whatever. I think he could rock a bald look and a beard.
But
oh yeah, definitely.
I think Jason's schedule, there might be a scheduling conflict. He might not even be available anymore.
Absolutely. I don't know who they're going to do, but apparently it's going to continue filming in October. So they need to find someone who is capable of doing it acting-wise and also is jacked more than anyone that we've seen, because anyone that did see, Ryan put on a metric fuckload of muscle for that. Because he was a skinny dude. Anyone go back and look at the promotional videos when they're showing off the collector's edition of God of War Ragnarok? He's a little guy. But it's something I'm looking forward to, and I want them to do really good because the pedigree behind it is fucking phenomenal. It just fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's a torn pec. That's other than an ACL, that's one of the worst injuries that you can have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, Tom Holland had Sony move filming of Spider-Man Brand New Day so that he could star in the Odyssey. The only thing he knew about the book was that it had a Cyclops. His agents initially thought the project was a vampire film or a space movie. He immediately said yes when Christopher Nolan offered him the role. For those that don't think that Tom has a lot of pull over being a producer for the Spider-Man movie, the motherfucker had the shooting moved.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie, which Kevin Feige openly said recently, takes place timeline-wise before Doomsday, when everyone thought it took place after. So they needed to have this sumbitch out before Doomsday, and they allowed him to move shooting. That's a lot of pull for how much they trust that kid with Spider-Man.
Yep.
All right. Speaking,
you can't argue. He's been the most financially successful Spider-Man.
Easily.
Speaking of Spider-Man, Destin Daniel Cretton says they are going to explore Naruto's emotional journey in a live-action movie and explains why. Naruto's trajectory, his feelings of being an outsider, the feeling of an ugliness or a monster or some part of you you're ashamed of, then coming to realize that that's part of what makes you, and that's what gives you power.
So they're just making Naruto.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't explain why you needed to have that in a movie. It's like, here's why it needs to be in live action. Here's what they did in the animated series. Thanks, Destin. Like, I fully agree you're probably going to make something awesome. My entire faith in how good this movie is going to be is when I hear the cast.
I have no idea how they're going to cast this movie.
I have.
Genuinely, like, even though the series is not good, I hope they do live action Avatar The Last Airbender, just cast people that are completely unknown.
I think that's the best option they have. Honestly, let them be that role. It's kind of basically what they did with Avatar for the most part, and it worked really well. Noah Centineo was Ruka Sensei. No, he needs to be Tsunade. Just get a rockin' set of tits on Noah, and yeah,
there you go. There you go.
You give it a gambling issue, a little bit of an alcohol problem, you're good to go.
No. What would be 1,000 times funnier? It would be racist as fuck if they did this casting, but they should have him be Killer Bee.
Oh my god.
Oh god. But Brock, let's be serious about who Killer Bee is really gonna be. Travis Scott.
I will blow my fucking brains out. Blow my fucking... You know it should be Killer Bee, Christopher Judge. I actually wouldn't be against that. No, who should be Killer Bee is Will... What's his name? Will Smith's son. What's his name?
Oh, Jaden?
Jaden.
Well, actually, Jaden's a weeb. That actually might work.
I'm just saying body compository-wise, imagining Jaden being Killer Bee is really fucking funny. No! Yeah, that was totally my favorite part. When he ruined one of the most influential and time-honored and now, like, immortalized moments of wrestling. Because he had to have John Cena's backup be a fucking emaciated toothpick of a human being. Because that is who Cody Rhodes is going to be scared of.
I'm not even mad anymore. Anytime I think back, I just laugh.
Cody Rhodes, who leading up to this, won a feud with Brock Lesnar, is scared of Travis Scott. Ah!
Clip that.
Wait, we have it. Where is it? Hold on. We have this. Where is it? Nope, it's not that one. Where's another one? Where is it? Nope. Where? I thought we had it.
I think it's there. Hold on. Let me find it. I'm gonna get it. Just give me a sec. All right. Media asset. Oh, I think it's Brock Happy Screen.
No, not Happy Screen, but anyway. What was...
Oh. So, you know where that's from?
What was...
It's from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My power ring, gone forever!
Oh. I can only imagine you being there in person, man. That had to suck. Timothy Chalamet as Orochimaru. That'd be really good. God. Alright, God, George, you need to stop talking. George Lucas has upset some fans for rejecting AI is like rejecting cars in favor of horse and buggy. But others aren't surprised by his take for AI. Artificial intelligence means making it easier for us to make movies, he told A Rabbit's Foot. It's very much like sitting here saying, well, I believe horse and buggy is really where it's at. These cars, they break down, they need gas, there's all kinds of problems with them, and pretty soon they'll be making them into tanks, and then they'll be killing people, and it's terrible. There's nothing you can do about it. That's progress. It's the future.
Can you tell that George has not made a movie in 15 years?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's days.
And meanwhile, like, and here's like the hilarious thing is he's literally building like a multi-billion-dollar museum that's all like human-made like concept art. So I'm gonna just give George the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
No, there's one of those days where I'm like, man, you know, it's really crazy that George sold that off and didn't make any Star Wars movies. And then I'm like, you know, I think it's great some days that George sold those off and didn't make any Star Wars movies, because there's some days where I'm like, could it have actively been worse than what we got?
Oh, you know, honestly, like, and the purest of Star Wars fans are gonna fucking hate this, but I think it would have been more of a shit show without Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, I'm going to be honest, I don't think there's any version of where she really helped for those movies.
I think it's like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. I don't think anyone could say that.
All right. Netflix reveals that 300 of their TV shows and movies have used generative AI during production process. This includes concept art, previs, and battle sequences. They plan to use it more going forward, and gave credit to Ben Affleck's AI company, Interpositive, for impact on their projects. A company I didn't know fucking existed until I saw this.
Bad. That is the word I would use to describe this.
I don't understand.
Unless whoever is reporting this is just kind of conflating generative AI with other artificial intelligence uses.
Which is entirely possible, because we know Penske Media is... Who's the actor name's Tilly Norwood or whatever the fuck it is? Everyone's gassing that shit.
The completely AI actress.
Yes. That no one but the trades are talking about.
Yeah, literally nobody cares here.
Oh, she's the biggest thing since sliced bread, from what I'm told. Star Wars fan here, his version would have sucked to go. Oh, trust me, I saw the concepts for his sequel trilogy. I was very okay with not getting that.
Same.
No, I mean, you know what's so bad? It's like, you know what? The Colin Trevorrow version would have legitimately been like, that would have been like a better outcome of the alternate outcomes.
At the very least, it would have been more interesting than what we got.
It would have. A class action lawsuit has been filed against YouTube over its ad-free subscription claims. Plaintiffs argued that YouTube Premium still shows ads because creators inside include sponsorships in the segments for their video. I wanted an honest opinion on this because I have mine, and some people disagreed with me. These creators have to make money sometimes. And I understand that's an ad, but YouTube isn't making those creators put that ad in there. You are paying to not get ads from YouTube.
Yeah,
which you are not.
See the point of this. And also, half the time the creators like give a timestamp to skip the ad. Like, a sponsorship is not an ad. Like, now I could imagine like you would be pissy if you tried to skip ahead and you don't have, and you have YouTube Premium and it like played ads. Like, that would be one thing.
Yes,
but that's not what's happening here.
No, not even remotely. But it's people that are like, I pay for this and I still have to watch it. Like, it's the definition of complaining, that screaming at the clouds kind of thing.
Yep.
Like, I get it. It's an ad, but it's not from YouTube. You didn't pay Smosh to have ad-free whatever.
And also if you like product review channels, where they're sent out, like, literally that whole thing is a commercial by like your definition. I mean, it is a commercial.
Yeah. 100%. Absolutely. And it is, all right. One nice thing for AI we got here. Today is a huge win for creatives around the world, as Australia makes it clear it will not bow to the pressure of AI companies to legalize the theft of creators' work. From the Australian Prime Minister. No company should use AI or Australian books, music, or art to build or train an AI without the artist control. This includes artist control of price and value of their work. Anything else left is theft. Strong principle words to serve as a model for other governments everywhere. So you have to get express permission and agree to the pay of the artist before you can use it.
Good.
That's like suing NASCAR for saying they're having a commercial-free race, but then you see sponsors on the cars. That's really true.
No, that's actually a really good comparison.
Yeah. But, yeah, I wish this was everywhere like this. That'd be really, really fucking nice if we could get it that way. So, my jaw kind of hit the floor when I read this next one. I get it. I really do. But, his name's funny because I'm a child. Stephen Wacker will be the new editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics, replacing C.B. Kabolsky.
A.K.A. the guy who
C.B.
pretended he was
Cebulski.
Japanese.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote under a Japanese pseudonym
Yes.
because editors were not allowed to write Marvel Comics at the time.
Yes. Company is also relocating its publishing operations from New York
That's
to
crazy.
L.A.
That's
after
the end of an era.
90 years.
I'm not
Yeah.
shocked, because believe it or not, I've actually been into Marvel's offices in New York.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was for like an interview like over a decade ago. Like I did badly, but it was cool. But the place where Marvel is at is like midtown, like Avenues of the Americas. And a lot of things people don't understand about publishing is that a lot of big companies don't take a lot of place. Like Marvel is not the sole occupant of the building. Marvel just took up a single floor.
Yeah.
And the rent prices, like they have to be paying millions in each year in rent. Like it's crazy. And DC made a similar move a decade ago. Like it just makes more sense for them to be in Burbank with everyone else. Like it sucks for people that have to move, but moving from like New York to LA, I think for a lot of people is going to be a lateral move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to suck for people who can't afford to make the move that already have roots, and unfortunately there are going to be people affected, but I wouldn't say this is a surprising, turn of events. Like if any of Disney's bullshit, this one actually seems economically, viable. But it does suck because it does feel like, so since Marvel just is so New York in its origins.
The Marvel Universe has literally got 90% of it existing in New York City.
Right, and also, Marvel story is like the story of immigrants. I mean, Marvel, for the most part, was propped up, by Jewish immigrants or like, first generation, like Jewish Americans.
Very sure. The couple of notes about this, the funny thing is that C.B. Cebulski is also going to move to Japan to become the editor of Asia Originals for Marvel after his stint as editor-in-chief.
Oh, so he's going to be...
He's going to be Akira Yoshida again.
Yeah, he's just going to live his true weeaboo dream. Good for him.
This is true. Stephen Wacker is a guy who's been in the business for a very long time. I remember seeing his name back in like 20 years ago. So he's been around. So hopefully he'll have a good stint as editor-in-chief. Best of luck to him. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what becomes of the comics under his watch, but I have no doubt that he knows what he's doing. He's going to do a good job.
But I think overall for Marvel, it's not going to change. I don't think it's going to be as dramatic of a turn as when Warner Brothers, moved most of Adult Swim from Atlanta to Burbank, which the whole vibe of Adult Swim.
Oh, that's a huge, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
But since so much of Marvel has been in Burbank for a while, it just makes more sense that they just be on the rest of the Disney campus, which I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
All right, this is not a big thing. I just thought this was really funny. J.K. Simmons says the audition process to be cast as a yellow M&M was ridiculous. I was like, so I'm going to read for the red M&M, and the casting director was like, oh no, I think you're more of a yellow M&M. We went back and forth like we were talking about, am I going to play Mitch or Stanley in Streetcar Named Desire?
Damn.
Yeah, I watched that interview too, and
So
it's just hilarious.
That's actually really funny.
I know, but that's like so crazy to think about. Because remember, like when he was just like a working actor, and like the biggest thing that he was on was like Spider-Man and the freaking Closer.
Yeah.
That's just wild.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, he was in the Closer.
He was my favorite character on the Closer. Like his relationship with like Keir Cedric's Brandon Lee Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord.
My mom watched that show.
Oh, I used to watch The Closer religiously. That and Bones.
My mom watched Bones quite a bit.
I can see that.
All right. I'm going to assume Mike put this in there. What other Greek mythology stories would you like to see adapted onto the big screen, or just larger scale epics in general? I think they should take a crack at Hercules. They haven't done that yet. I really think there's some untapped potential there.
Hey,
maybe try animated. That might work out.
Make it a musical too.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Is that I was actually in a network meeting with like years ago, the guy who pitched Hercules, and he pitched that because, and this is funny because he like pitched to Disney in the '90s. He's like, "Hey, what if we made an animated Spider-Man movie?" And then they said that was a stupid idea. And he had pitched it as a more action thing, and then the musical thing just like happened later. This is from like what I'm told, but I have no reason to not believe it because it's like so ridiculously detailed, and I'm like,
what I would like to see happen, and it won't. I would love to see basically, I don't know if it would exactly be an anthology series, but like an animated series of like origins of certain characters in Greek mythology. Like Artemis, or how Medusa became what she was, because that's actually really interesting, or like entire half-hour cool animated dark ass episodes of some of the craziness of that mythology. That to me would be really cool. Like spend a whole season on stuff from Norse, then do one from Greek, and like go all over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already been adapted and Pro Shot's coming out, but Hades Town is actually like a really good adaptation.
I know,
it's
but
like,
not for kids.
Well, not as the Odyssey, but like I wouldn't mind seeing like an actual like not just a Pro Shot, but like an actual movie adaptation of Hades Town. Which, by the way, if you see like the musical version, if it's touring or New York City, absolutely see it. The way that they transition in Act 2 is like one of the biggest what the fuck moments I've actually like. I actually had to quiet down because I couldn't believe the scene transition. One of the most fucking insane sets I have ever seen in my life.
I don't know what other like.
Just to build off your anthology idea, I think if you get the team behind Love, Death, and Robots to do like cool, like origin stories for like certain figures in Greek mythology, and have like, have like a whole like all different creative teams like pitch their version, like that would actually be really cool.
Yeah, if you do it right, it would be fucking sick. Because that would be, you'd have your own little like this year we'll do blah blah blah, and then you can come back and rotate between them. You don't got to stay on one for forever.
Oh, I just had the best idea. I just had the best idea. This is actually a fucking insane idea. Oedipus is an anime.
Yep.
That could be good.
Yeah, just go all the way. Incest, everything, just have it all. Just right there on the table, baby.
Sexually frustrated incest man baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's your tagline.
It is. Exactly. That'd just be the IMDb synopsis. Yeah.
That can be so fucked up in the best way.
Yeah, they need to just do more and a Johnny Bravo type show about Zeus being the biggest Chad. That's the problem, though.
Oh my
He's
God.
not a Chad. He's a rapist. It's
Can we
quite
clip that? He's not a Chad. He's a rapist. Brock, you don't believe in being political, but, like, you're one of the fucking staunchest feminists I've ever met in my life. Like, unironically.
I know. It's the problem with, like, it's not a problem, but it's the nature of my upbringing. I grew up with 2 sisters and a mom all over me. Basically, all of my friends in high school were all women. I adore female characters. I don't even try. That's the sad part. It's just ingrained into me.
No, I think it just speaks about how bad, like, Brock does the bare minimum.
I've been told I'm somewhat of a feminist. No, I'm just gonna turn into fucking Norman Osborn in Spider-Man 1. I too am a bit of a feminist myself.
I am, in fact, a fan of Greta Gerwig's filmography.
I too love females in my video games. I think that Asmongold guy doesn't quite have it right.
With all due disrespect, sir. I don't agree with your opinion.
I'll just never forget the fact that Asmongold thought that Kevin Conroy's voice wasn't perfect for Batman.
Wait,
I
was like, this guy doesn't sound like Batman. Yeah, there was a thing.
There was a clip. He could go to the super
When-
hell. This is supernatural.
This was a while ago.
property
I
did
think
he
I
say
brought
it
it up on
about?
the show.
I don't remember that at all. Was he just watching the animated series, or was it something else?
No, it was like, I think it was the Suicide Squad game or something.
Oh, God.
It was something like that. And he was like, this guy doesn't really sound like Batman to me.
What? He's
What
also the guy that,
Literally, like, what?
it was, what did they say? Some guy, some health expert, brought up that Asmongold can't, like, water tastes bad to him because his gums and everything are so fucking shot from drinking nothing but soda that, he, like, water is actually, like, bad for his buds. He's the guy that also had his ceiling cave in because it was just, like, not well taken care of. And thought of it as a punishment to clean his room.
He ain't no Noah Centineo, let me tell you that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Justice for Kevin. It's one of those things where, like, I'm not a violent person. But if I had been in the same room as that useless chud fucker and heard him say that he does not sound like Batman...
No, I'd be with you. You, me, and Brock, we'd be like that one scene from JoJo's where they just kicked the guy.
I think I would have ripped his fucking arms off and beat him to death with them. And he's skinny enough to where I think I could have pulled it off.
Huh.
I think I could have pulled it off too. Just,
The Jax
you know.
fatality, very nice.
Yeah, he would just look like one of those used car dealership things. Like,
have any of you guys seen the cinematic epic that is Jason X? Jason in Space.
I have seen clips
of
of
course.
it, and I agree. It is the highest quality of cinema.
There's this fucking... it's
greatest.
literally some of the hardest I've laughed in a movie in my entire life. There is this, like, hologram projector area where they're trying to get, like, on the other end of it is where everybody's, like, ran off to. Here is where Jason's on this side. They're trying to ran off to this side, and they're trying to slow down Jason. Like, they're in the glass that's, like, here. And the people are behind there is like, well, what can we do? He's like, well, that's a hologram area in the middle there, isn't there? He's like, yeah, well, just come up with something that would distract Jason. Like, this will, like, I don't know. And then, like, it cuts to a beach looking like Crystal Lake. They have no idea about it, and it's two women naked in a sleeping bag, and they're like, "That's God, it's beautiful women. He'll be distracted." Everybody's running, and it cuts back to Jason with them zipped up in the sleeping bag, bashing them up against the tree, and then it cuts off with Jason walking away, going, "What? He doesn't like girls? Like, what's wrong with him?" The said girls in the sleeping bag would be Asmongold and Grums, and it would just be me smacking them up against the fucking tree. And that one guy on Twitter that I can't remember his name, but he always gets community noted about the fact that he beats his wife.
John something?
I can't think of his fucking name. But we have one last discussion topic, and Kiona, I had to get you in on this. Because I think you're one of the, like, you guys will, it's because you've watched Edge Runners, you'll know. Someone posted this. You mean Jason movie where the two leads from Andromeda swapped? I don't know what you mean by that, Colin. Where the
Like Andromeda, the TV show?
I don't know. My brain went to Mass Effect, so I don't know.
Yeah, I knew that.
Andromeda.
I knew that your brain would.
Jason.
The two female leads from Andromeda were in that? Oh my god, I don't even remember.
But so a guy posted this in sincerity on Twitter, and I think there is genuinely only one answer to this. This guy asked, "Would you rather live in Gotham City or Night City?" And he was basically saying this from the perspective of where you think your life would be safer.
Okay, so like if you're thinking about it that way, then obviously it would be Gotham.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
unless you make bad choices in your life. But I will say that if it came down to a personal choice between whether I would want to be in Gotham or Night City.
Hey, Phoenix.
For me, Night City.
It's get that, and it's a personal thing too, but it comes from personal and safety. People that are to the psychosis level and evil level of the Joker is a random sumbitch you can meet on the street corner in Night City.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
well, that's kind of the appeal.
I mean, here's like the determining factor
the appeal
for me.
on that.
It's the appeal for me.
I'd rather keep my organs on the inside.
Oh,
I think that's valid, Brock. But here's the determining factor for me. How gay is it? Because, see, this is like actually a tricky question.
Gotham can be as gay as you want. Night City can be as gay as you want too, but it can also be as gay as you want when you're being used as a kidnapped gay porn video in a
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like, do you go that way where you have free reign, or do you choose like the Russian roulette? I mean, you could end up a Harley. I mean, like, you have options. So see, like, it's actually kind of a conundrum. Like, how spicy, like, you know, what side of your bread do you like buttered is really the question.
It's one of those things where it's like, most people, when they think about it, is like, yeah, but people like, and they would say to me, yeah, but Brock, but people that are like Judy exist. I'm like, yeah, there is maybe one stable alt girl in the entirety of Night City.
Oh, one! There's only one.
It's like,
I
just,
doubt there's only one.
How do you like your crazy? Like, you know, how much of a freak are you?
What is the percentage that you're going to run into the stable version of what you're attracted to in Night City?
Doesn't matter to me. I would just enjoy it. I just enjoy the ride, and then whatever happens, happens.
I just have fun, kids.
Yep.
My version of the enjoyable ride involves me surviving it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, mine does not. Sadly.
No, I'm like, hey, can I die happy?
Yeah. Can I go out with a bang?
Both figuratively and literally.
And literally. Yes.
Well, you could go out with multiple bangs because they could keep your ass alive and keep re-killing you.
I just was gonna say, I asked Red this, and she said Night City too, so we're both Night City people. As much as I would... No, look, I can also see the appeal of Gotham as well. I would enjoy my time in Gotham, but I think that Night City is way more interesting to me. Plus, Cyberpunk Metropolis.
Well, here's also my other thing, too. Like, the really crazy ones, like, you know, Gotham for, like, Batman. depending on who you are, they just might be out of your league.
By the way,
It's like who can I actually
Absolutely.
date?
are we
Realistically.
which Gotham are we talking about? Are we talking about just like regular old Gotham or Neo Gotham from Batman Beyond?
I
Okay,
take
Neo
Batman
Gotham's
Beyond,
a little more
which
interesting.
would have everything from Night City without 80% of the psychos in it.
Because
Yeah,
standards
but
and
psychos are
practices.
fun.
Psychos
No, I
are
mean-
fun when they're keeping me alive for experiments where you don't get to die.
Eh.
So therefore, the dying part doesn't get to exist.
I would still have fun.
Yeah, but see, that's why I exist on this podcast, Red, because I ask the hard-hitting questions.
You
The
can get
very
Indeed.
hard-hitting questions.
Yes. Can you? Yes. Exactly.
Can get laid.
I don't. And plus, Batman has not always been the most stable.
Yeah, but Batman, when he's not
Not
stable,
always.
most of the time is taking out people that piss him off, and I wouldn't be pissing off Batman.
Yes,
Unless you're
as long as
into
you
that
stay
sort
out
of
of his
thing.
way, he won't.
I don't need to piss someone off in Night City to have an unstable motherfucker chopping my head off and then using it as a sex toy.
So what I'm saying is that yes, you are correct in terms of it depends on how you frame the question. If you're looking for safety, Gotham. If you're looking for a more, let's say, adventurous
Adventure.
time, I mean, I would definitely say Night City. Besides, I'd get chromed out and I'd have all the weapons that I need. So yeah,
Yes, but that's the other thing. You have to take the chance on who's chroming you out and who's just going to harvest your organs
Doesn't
when you're
matter.
thinking you're going to get chromed out.
I'm gonna go for it.
Live your dream, Kiona.
That's right.
You could get that in Night City too, though.
See, Red and I, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
You
We're gonna
open
do
your
very
mouth
well in Night
wrong
City.
in Night City, you're going to die faster.
Doesn't matter.
But you live
But you
harder.
have Chrome. You were chromed out.
And
You can
you
go
have
to a
Chrome
you can go to
and
a
you have
Ripper
more
Doc.
drugs.
Yes. That's the point. I wouldn't have this leg problem if I was in Night City. I'd just go and get a Ripper Doc and be like, hey, you know what? Swap out my leg for a new one.
No,
Yes,
Night
you'd have
City
to hope
would
that
be
Ripper
just
Doc is
like
going to give you a new leg.
He will if I pay him well enough. I got Eddie's.
Yes, but people that paid well enough still got their shit ripped off and then got killed for it. We've played Cyberpunk.
Of course.
this is what Night City's
it's all
like.
part of the experience.
Imagine like, Charlie XCX's brat,
We got two.
but instead of coke, it was meth.
Yes. Yes.
Accurate.
Worst version of Chicago or literal hell? You're both describing Chicago as it is. Like literal hell and Chicago are the same thing. What are you trying to tell me?
Let's be fair. No. Literal hell is North Jersey.
Oh God.
Okay.
I don't know. I feared a lot for my life in the suburb of Chicago I was in than when I was in North Jersey.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
but
Red.
Ju-
See.
Yes, I raised you Judy. I also raised you the fact that Judy would not want to fuck me. You're
No.
raising Judy for yourself, who
Oh,
I would
and-
prefer over Pan Am.
No, Heisers is right. That place is a factory of sadness. I think
That's
that
good.
actually is where dreams
You know what?
go
That's
to die.
true. There's a helmet
Exactly.
up there.
See, Red, that works in your favor, not mine.
Yeah.
I
but-
want the sexy alt lesbian that fucking edits porn for a living, but I can't have her.
But
Wow.
see, I get along with her because we'd have a shared interest. There's multiple things we could get along. Like, oh, you're an editor too? Cool. See, you get me. You get me, Judy.
We need to
Yeah.
get out of here. All right,
Yeah,
we
see,
are
I'm
going
also
to get
thinking
out of
about
here. All right.
I'm thinking about the fun time that I would have before I kick the bucket. It'd be more fun in Night City than it would be in Gotham for me personally.
Anyways, that's gonna conversation was gonna go on for a while, but we need to get.
Which one is
outta
Noah
here.
Centineo at?
Neither. He would be up in the high rises where we didn't get to him.
Oh, come now.
We-
I think
we'd
he'd have
have
some
to-
fun in
You
Night
think
City
the
with
amount of
us.
status that Noah Santanea would have if he wanted a Night
Just
City,
from this
he would be dealing
podcast.
with peasants like us?
Just from this
No.
podcast, by the way.
This is how
Yes,
we'd have to get him.
from this podcast.
We would have to get him like, Jack Nicholson in the fucking Shining. Hey, Noah! You want to be on our podcast?
I would be no. It would. Then Noah would be looking like fucking Shelley Duvall walking up the steps.
I
know.
Oh, amazing! All right,
God. All right. Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media sites at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Blue Sky at Renegade Pop Culture. You can also find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/Renegade Pop Culture, YouTube at Renegade Pop Culture or Organoid Zero. Find us on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. You can escape, so do we.
Absolutely. Free.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, God. He's editing something.
oh god,
No.
there it is.
Oh, no, here.
Maybe Mr. Blue Eyes.
Yes. All right. So, if you want to just hear my stupid, sexy, writing nonsense, or just me existing as a human being on this astral plane that we call Earth, you can follow me on Blue Sky at crazylemur.bsky.social. I am also on Instagram at lemurs01. I will post more things. My life has just been sort of cuckoo bananas, but yeah, check that out. I also recorded a new episode of Late Crap over the weekend, so hopefully that'll be out soon. I watched the Turkish Captain America movie. It was not good, by the way.
I wouldn't have thought.
He just this is my outro, just to leave you with one last what the fuck moment. The best part of the movie was the weird sex scene between evil Spider-Man and his girlfriend, and then randomly in the middle of it,
What?
the puppets from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood show up.
What?
What the?
No,
heck?
it's King Friday the 13th and, Queen Saturday or whatever show up. And at first I thought they were punching Judy, but I was like, oh, he said Friday. I was like, fuck. So, yeah. Anyway, that movie's bad, but our episode about it's good, so I'll let you know when it's out.
Kiona.
You can find me wandering the streets of Night City about to be gunned down, and also on Twitch and Blue Sky at Neoplasmic, and also on Twitter at Neoplasmic24.
You can find me everywhere. What the fuck? Find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. If you were into cosplay conventions and stuff of that you can find me everywhere on my Instagram at Organoid Zero. Until next time, I'm going to have nightmares about Mr. Rogers puppets. Bye.
Bye.